they have a bunch.
Well, do you want to do the loop first?
We can turn that
Sorry, that beat slowed down.
Yeah, that's part.
Yeah, so this frequency currently is the too far.
Okay.
And then that is the beeping of like two quarters.
Okay.
Now you're pretty okay, like, and to be honest with the beeping feedback, it's
No, Joe, I'd pick this corner a bit tight so he can feel the brake system.
Well, let's see if
feel
it-
here, probably.
No,
It's too good at tracking.
It's too good.
Yeah,
Right
that, yeah.
Yeah, you see how it did
Yeah,
that?
there we go.
Yeah, so
Oh, it lost?
Yeah, we were trying to
that was
do
the goal.
that. That was the goal.
Okay.
Yeah, one thing we've had trouble with, so the beeping system in the lab works pretty well, but in practice what we discovered is there's about like a 2-second latency between like actual distance readout or like say the fiducial gets farther away. And so yeah, that's something we
Yeah, one thing that's amazing is, the lead person will have to be a lot of,
Yes. Yeah. So the emergency brake activates for 5 seconds.
okay.
So you'll feel the force for 5 seconds, and then it releases and it
Okay.
resets itself. And then in the case, that's so weird. So that frequent beeping is supposed. I have a feeling what's happening, Joe, is when we adjusted that like distance readout, the emergency beeping probably has its own threshold that it's automatically triggering. Like that, like really rapid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because it's not supposed. You see how it like transitioned from really rapid to just nothing.
Is it doing anything right now? Or I guess we're in the good
No,
zone,
we're in
right?
the sweet spot.
Yeah.
It'll get
Yeah.
high. in a
Once you're
second.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
yeah,
that's the noises for too close. And then if you roll it out like a little bit,
Yeah, just
Go
go
further away.
go further away.
No, I just thought I saw Matthew. I was confused for a
So
second.
So the higher
He just walked past.
yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to go too far now. Let's see.
That's too close.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a lot better when it's straight on.
Do you like that setup? Like
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything is going to be a learning curve.
Sure.
So nothing's going to be perfect. Everything's going to be a learning curve. And in communication between the two riders.
Sure. Yeah.
So we're too far apart right now.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah. And if we roll you forward here,
Look at the bit higher as I turn off.
yeah.
Right up.
So
We're in the sweet spot right now.
yes, we're in the sweet spot where you wouldn't get any. Now we could set it up to where there would be a beep like every 5 seconds in the sweet spot or something like that.
Or just like auditory feed out to where it tells him to now in the sweet spot.
Yeah.
It's not
There's
like-
so many ways to go.
There is a lot of different.
I think the silence is good because then you can,
Enjoy
you know
your
that,
ride.
Yeah.
Well, there's the really
Where am I going? Where to?
here. I'll come walk beside you and lead you. We not lose any tools.
So one thing that, and I'm
more
sure from our
tomorrow.
CDR you kind of had a taste of it, but one thing that Benjamin, who is the other guy you're hearing talking behind me, did is he designed a brand new control system. that
Okay, I'm gonna
hopefully
stay to
will be
that side.
implemented,
I'm gonna
next
take
year,
over and stay
where
from here.
essentially
Well,
instead
I can
of
just
what
do
the
it.
bike is doing currently, which is
It
just
looks
strictly-
directly at the.
it looks directly at the fiducial and just follows the fiducial.
Okay.
So what Ben designed is
You good?
we're turning around here.
Yeah.
Oh, we're turning around there.
I thought.
Oh no, I was saying like here.
We can still go around the spare.
We can.
Yeah, we can go that way.
Yeah.
That's too far apart.
See that particular sound, I think is like a coding error.
Okay, I got you. Actually, that should have been too close together because the
Correct.
Frequency doesn't,
Yeah.
or not the frequency. The
Yeah, it was 90. But yeah, the goal of what I've done, it helps with like a lot of the 90
pings are always the same
sharper
distance apart, so
angles
it's that same-
because it keeps track of where the bike was and sort of creates a path around that. so that way it can handle a bit more of the complex paths.
Yeah, because a lot of what we discovered in testing is like in situations, like we're doing a very tight corner right now. So this is a 90-degree corner. And you can see how it loses the fiducial like halfway through that corner.
Okay.
Well, what would be useful instead to have is a path tracking behavior where it like virtually marks waypoints.
Like an IMU or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so what Joe did is taking the data from an IMU and a wheel speed sensor, we would be able to determine the like difference in yaw rate between the front bike and this bike, and the difference in speed.
Because I know the IMU is in the guidance system Corvette. It can measure 1/10 of 1 degree of yaw.
Yes. Yeah. And that would probably be what you would be looking for on here.
But yeah, that one in my simulation testing had like the best results through like varied and tight turns.
Yeah, sure. And you can kind of
various
feel
speeds.
this like gentle rocking back and forth, which is still the same thing that the previous team had issues with. That's just like mildly unstable controls behavior.
And that's tunable.
That's pretty tunable. But it's pretty ironed out, like just walking like this.
Yeah,
now.
you can tell it's a whole lot better than it was.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So we took a lot of the jerkiness out of it because it had a lot of jerky behavior.
Don't slow down. Let it.
And
It curves
essentially,
so well.
with that, what we determined is so one of the biggest issues was the USB serial like translator, essentially, that converted the data received. We can keep going.
Where are we
straight.
going?
Okay.
Going straight.
Where are we going? 'Cause I
That
now need to
converted
know.
I can start.
We're turn right.
When y'all get tired, I can start.
Turn right. Okay.
Do you have a pretty good idea of the speed now? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can go.
Yeah.
Like.
We don't have to.
Are you staying?
Wait.
Keep it?
Yeah. Oh.
Pause for a minute.
I did not
Marissa's
realize.
getting off
Yeah.
the mic.
It's fine. I got it.
There you go.
Are you ready,
You're
Marissa?
good, you're good.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm short.
Yeah, it's really long pedals.
All right.
It's like my legs are too short for it too.
All right. We're turning right here. Feel it turning right. All right. Keep going, Marissa. You're good.
It's like Marissa, you also have to look back. It's
Yeah, I've got rear views for a reason.
Yeah.
You're good, Marissa. So you'll see how it overshoots here a little bit. Tries to correct. Slow down a little bit, Marissa. All right. You're good.
Yeah, let's try to maintain this pace right here, Marissa.
Yeah.
And then I'll
Yeah.
I'll communicate to you whether.
But now instead of the sinusoidal patterns growing,
Yeah, you're
it
good.
sort of stabilizes out.
There's a stick in the
So
road.
there is a stick, but
We survived
avoided
the
it.
stick.
We'll just go until the road and then we'll stop.
Okay.
Yeah, just don't worry about trying to arc it because
Okay.
we're not trying to get him into traffic.
Nope, we're not.
Oh yeah, we gotta go across a crosswalk. That's the final test. What?
We can go down the
I
sidewalk,
don't
but there's
think
people.
we should go that way. All right, go ahead and stop, Dan. All right.
we're not going to get something to eat.
You wanna go Chipotle?
We've reached
Okay.
because we're currently across the road. So if you wouldn't mind standing up,
Okay.
you could pull on that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
He did
I
it,
found
and
that.
he did it without trying.
I found that pretty good to pull up out when the parking brakes.
Yes, you want the parking brake engaged because I've done it before and you just push the bike back.
Yeah. So stepping out of it.
Can we step out of it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
There's my yeah.
This?
It's gonna bring this one.
Maybe just for future.
So we're going to make another loop?
Yes.
We'll just go right back the way we came from.
Essentially, what we did is we did a loop in the area that we did last year, and then, or that you did last year, and then we went on to another one of the concourses.
He's sitting back in it. No.
Yeah, we can do that.
Right over here to your right.
I turned the motor off. so
Motor's
we
off and the
can-
parking brake is on.
So go ahead and switch it down. There you go. Okay, motor's re-engaged. And now go ahead and
All right, you ready, Marissa?
Yep.
I don't know where the camera is.
Oh, you don't want to wait?
Oh, he's in the tree up there.
Oh, okay. All right, it's you and I, girl.
Okay.
This is the nature.
Having fun next to them.
This is a solid distance.
That's a good straightaway. Nah, Friday. Use track.
All right, you can probably arc it decently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're good. It's good.
Because I want to make one of it turning with my hands off.
Well, you just did that.
Yeah.
It does do that.
Let it
All right, we're
track
gonna go
that.
ahead and stop here.
Well, no, it's gonna catch itself back up. Just keep its speed going.
I was just gonna see if we could wait for the.
Staying starting on the
Also, I don't know. You need to find the cameraman.
Walk next to him the whole time if you wanted a shot without it.
Yeah, so I want to get some
Yeah.
good footage with
Let me
one
come
ball
back.
If we
around,
can get.
and then that
Here,
way,
Devin,
that'll
can I
be
hand
really
this off
good
to you?
footage for video.
Yeah.
Y'all
Sure.
I do. Yeah, exactly. That's what me and Dave were talking about on the way over.
I don't know. What up? Doing all right? Doing well.
All right, she's 10 feet in front of you.
Are we ready?
Yeah,
Are
we're
we?
all out of the way.
Yeah, we're all
Good?
out of the way.
Step on
All right,
go.
ready, Marissa?
Yep.
All right, let's do it, girl.
Marissa, make sure to avoid the stairs.
I do all
Yes.
my own stunts. Y'all remember that?
Let me see if I can.
Marissa, a little bit faster.
Ooh, yep.
That's good speed.
Okay.
Or you start to go level ground or uphill, let me know and I'm going to take my hands off.
All right.
This looks like a lot better than it was the last time I saw it. a year
Yep.
or so
Watch
ago.
out.
Wow.
All right.
Break.
Okay.
Break, Dan. Break. We got a
It'll
little
tell
bit.
you lost the neutral.
Yeah, it got a little bit wonky.
I see headline.
That 2-second delay
Yeah.
is gonna get us a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep my eye on you just a little bit.
Are you
But
wanting to roll me back?
no, you're good. Just keep
Okay.
your brakes on.
Yeah.
We're gonna be starting slightly
Okay.
uphill. I'm gonna see if we can just catch it.
Yeah.
All right, so what are we doing?
So. Which,
Go.
ooh, okay. Break, Dan, break. Yeah, let's reposition you because these stairs are giving me a little bit. There's a lot of people walking around that I'm trying
Yeah,
to avoid.
we're flirting with 2 flights of stairs.
Yeah.
We're not going to jump any trash cans today.
Rotate that way.
Okay, coming to you.
Do I need to speed up?
No, tell Marissa.
Ah.
Okay.
This turn radius on this bike is so much better than that one.
Yeah, because it's got the one wheel up front.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. Now you can.
Ready, Marissa?
Oop. Let me get my
Ready?
feet. Okay, ready when you are.
All right, I'm going.
Dude, I was like, bro, I don't know if that's straight. I'm not running the risk.
That's good exercise for the legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of uphill.
Felt
there.
that
Yep.
uphill.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, slow down with me a little bit. We're going to try to make this turn without it losing the
All
fiducial.
right, I'm slowing down.
All right, you're good.
Because as long as we take these turns slow enough, it shouldn't
Yeah.
lose the fiducial at all. We'll have another one of those slow turns right up here.
Just talk to me.
Okay, so slow turn right here as well. I'm going to start turning. This is the tight turn where we lost it last time.
Okay.
So we'll see if it can keep up with me.
Ah,
Not
no, it's
quite.
gonna
Freak.
hit It tried.
It tried.
This is
That's a very sharp.
That is.
It is a
we
very,
probably
very
put
short
it in
turn,
about the
so
hardest
just-
circumstances.
Yeah,
we possibly
You know what
could.
would be good is going around this whole thing here.
Yeah,
Here,
go-
It's over there.
Yeah.
Because
I
it
think
doesn't, it
this
does
is-
not
this
let
is
out
better,
easy.
yeah.
I think the lead track has to take a tighter turn so
Yeah.
that he can
Yeah,
overshoot.
yeah.
Yeah.
So just so you
Yeah,
know for
okay.
the next turns.
It's
Okay.
like going slow during turns and like being a bit closer helps.
Okay, you ready?
It's rebooting
Motor,
right now.
motor
Okay.
entered air state. So, one thing that I'll need you to do for that is
Get up, let it
No.
center.
stand up.
Yeah.
That was communicating.
The motor is in error.
Oh my gosh. What'd you do, Marissa?
I moved over.
Yeah, it's because we're sitting still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's because he's
So essentially, what happened is we did tests in the fall to figure out what was sitting in the air state, and the readback was at displacement. So essentially, the encoder like reading for a different position where the motor actually was.
Okay.
And so we kind of assumed, okay, it's a coding issue because you could solve that really easy in the code by essentially telling the code, hey, if it varies by 20 steps, that's fine, kind of thing, you know. And
Just
that,
step remote.
yes, exactly. And so what happened is as we started to get deeper into testing, what we realized is that the USB serial interpreter was not reading everything from the motor properly. Essentially, it would like misinterpret error codes that were sent over, you know, it's sent over hexadecimal and then converted so that the Pi can read it. And so I was having errors with a different system because of that, and so I put a different interpreter on it that was designed to automatically like switch between interpreting read and write commands. And then we started doing more testing and realized that all of those errors for X displacement were actually overload errors.
Okay.
And so we were getting the wrong, information. And so essentially at that point it was March, and so we couldn't really do
A bunch.
too much about it, other than just trying to, as I said, making this system that automatically
Now,
detects.
time-wise, how would Jackie, did I hear you say you need to go somewhere earlier?
Davin does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do, but we're okay right
Okay.
now.
we're gonna-
Actually, y'all want to make another loop, and we'll call it good. You just tell me what y'all want to do.
Yeah. We can just ride back.
Just to,
Yeah, just
Where we
back
started?
to where we started.
yeah, that's fine.
I feel like we've gotten pretty good footage.
Yeah.
I did notice the camera is just looking straight at your head.
This one's not.
Hey,
The 360's doing fine.
I've got some photo footage from
Here,
behind.
I'm gonna.
The 360's
I'm
doing
gonna be a
perfect,
cameraman
probably.
For a second and lift it up a little bit, just so
If you want
I
more
can
of
see.
you going hands-free.
Yeah.
This will be the hands-free zone if you want to do that.
Just tell me when you want it hands-free, and I'll do it.
Okay.
Only one thing is there is that one corner.
As long as I feed him just right, he should do fine.
Yeah.
Because we didn't find when we were walking him.
Yeah.
Okay, that should be a little bit.
I'll just have
Yeah,
to
you
let
can
him
just
know
see
what
the top of
speed
his
to
head.
move
My
at.
bald spot.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what most of that camera was
Fully
seeing,
focuses
probably.
on that, yeah. Try to put it right here in the corner.
No, because honestly, it's gonna see more. I think that is better. Yeah.
I'd say if it was
You ready, Dan?
You ready?
Yeah, we ready?
Yep.
Everyone? Okay, slowly start going.
I don't think it is.
Well, it's going forward now.
Okay, yeah, the motor is not doing its job.
Motor override.
Okay.
Yep, there it is.
Here, let me,
What you mean?
Step into the full power on.
yeah, so stand up.
Yeah,
off
we're
of
gonna
it.
have to do a full count.
No problem.
So we'll show you how to, so yeah, step out of it. And I
The last day.
okay, so here's your headrest right here. So if you move back, feel the box. So if you
That
move,
will be optimized.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
those are
that's
the
the
camera
those are
mounts.
the camera mounts.
They won't
But
be
if
in
you
here.
move down here, you feel that? Yeah. So flip that.
It's sideways. It's sideways.
Okay, yeah. So that's off. So you can
For the whole
you can
bike,
hear the
for the
fans
whole bike.
not running.
So just give it 10,
Yeah.
20 seconds.
Yeah. So that's the entire bike turned off.
Okay.
And
Oh, we
keep-
moved it
Yeah,
slightly,
there you go.
sorry.
Sorry.
And so then you can flip it again, and you'll hear the fan move.
And then it'll tell you
turn it to where it's facing.
And
It's what,
it takes
45
it
seconds?
about 45 seconds to tell you that it's ready to initialize. essentially.
Okay, I've moved it slightly away from you on the box side. Turn it
So
where it's
you'll
facing.
hear it now. Granted, the volume kind of starts a little bit softer just because we didn't want it to start like max volume and be like, hello.
That's not even, good morning. Yep.
Now I can turn it off a little bit just so
Yeah, if
hear
you want
me.
to feel, it'll be right here, slightly behind you, back down. You bend down just a little bit. Feel the wheel and then come up this way.
Too far back.
Right there. That's your box that's got your volume control on
yeah,
this side,
yeah,
and
that's
then
the
that's
same.
your on.
Yeah. So my to get on and off is right here.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I was
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's-
it's got
It'll push you out of the way, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't push me. I
That
just felt it moving, so I moved out of the way, so I wouldn't throw it in the air.
all right, and then it should notify.
Yay.
Initialization complete. Enjoy your ride. Dan Parker.
There you go. So now you know it's operating, so you can grab onto that.
Here, I'm gonna do override. Hold on 1 second.
Motor override.
Yeah,
Now,
it's,
and then wherever
perfect.
your box is, flip that switch that
no,
goes up and down.
don't flip the switch yet.
That could just be like a
You would?
Yeah,
Okay,
so just
Joe
flip
is,
this down.
Joe is taller than me, so
Yeah.
taking over riding.
Go slow.
All right, y'all just talk to me until we need to.
Start pedaling.
You ready?
Go slow.
All right,
Then-
flip the switch.
Flip it now.
Yeah, so we're gonna make sure that.
Yeah, it's smooth. It's working now.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's
Faster, Joe.
that should
You're
probably
a little
be-
too
So,
close.
Benjamin,
Not you, Dan.
hello.
How are you?
You know what we're doing our senior design.
Okay. You can do hands off whenever you're ready to.
All right, there you go.
Yeah. Slow down.
Nice.
Not you, Dan. Not you, Dan.
Yeah, you're fine.
You're fine. You just coast because you're just in a coasting moment right
Yeah.
now.
Joan.
Okay.
I got it.
You got a little bit of speed there.
Yeah.
We're
I got
kind
it.
of in a downward
Yeah,
slant.
I can feel it.
Yeah, the second it picks up speed.
Stop.
It did lose it for a second.
And it did start to stop you. You're good now.
Yeah.
That's a good reset point when it goes stop, stop for neutral loss.
Yeah. I probably should have changed the communication protocols so it recommunicates fiducial found after it
Yeah.
says fiducial lost,
Yeah.
instead of just immediately talking over it.
Yeah.
Being like, stop, fiducial found.
Should I keep going?
You're good.
You're good. You can go ahead and stop.
Stop.
Yep.
Okay.
Awesome. And we're back in front of.
Hit the parking brake. Yeah, parking brake on.
Pretty good.
Nobody got stitches.
Yay.
That's a good test. Nobody got stitches. Oh, thank you.
I think. Gavin, are you gonna? Gavin. Are you gonna help pull the bike back downstairs?
Should we get like a photo first before we leave?
Yeah, let's get
Yeah, let's get
a.
it.
Where's David at?
Let's get a big.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know where
I
Dave.
have no idea where they went. They might be back in the senior design lab, so I think we should go back down there.
Yeah, let's do it down there.
Yeah, yeah, we'll go
Right, because he has that professional
He's gonna
camera
ride the back
anyways.
down.
Probably.
Or the bike down.
The back.
Yeah, that's fine.
Which here you
Here's Dan.
I'm gonna.
I'm not tall enough for this bike.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
He never just put it in override and just like rode around. He never got to do that yet. Because the old system, you couldn't do that.
It's okay.
This is so low.
Here, once I'm straight, kicking the motor on. Let's see what we can do.
It's not the bike's not up.
Oh, it's off.
Yeah, the bike is on. I'm waiting for that. it
Chop chop, Joe. I'm gonna beat you.
Hold on, I got someone coming through. I remember the days where people would
You
say,
kind of end up having to do a 3-point turn.
Yeah, it's a bit wild. It's not.
"Oh, I can cut it." This thing could make the sharpest of turns.
Oh yeah, to the point where it'll kill you.
Yeah, this thing, if I...
Like, you can turn it sideways and you can do a 0 degree turn.
This is my Hellcat.
You might want to get out of the way. There's a car coming.
Not yet, it's not.
Not yet. It's not as old. Just doing donuts.
Take this off the curb.
Camera mount. No, it's not. It's got, you know, it might dampen it.
Oh, because you probably think